She's into you, but she's not going to tell you that. Not directly, not yet. Instead, she's doing things, small, specific, almost deniable things, that are basically screaming what she won't say out loud. The problem is most men don't speak that language, so they miss it completely. 6 things. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're getting into the subtle behavioral patterns women fall into when they're attracted to someone but aren't ready or willing to show it openly. This isn't theory. These are real, consistent patterns rooted in how attraction actually works. And once you see them, you'll start noticing them everywhere. Let's get into it. Sign number 1. She responds fast, then slows down on purpose. She sees your text. She wants to reply immediately, but she waits. Why? Because responding too fast feels like giving herself away. So she creates artificial distance. She makes you wait 10, 20, 40 minutes, even though her first instinct was to reply the second she saw it. Here's how you know this is happening. The responses themselves are warm and engaged. The conversation flows naturally when it's going. It's only the timing that feels inconsistent. A woman who isn't interested doesn't manage her response time. She just doesn't respond or gives you short, flat answers. But when she's interested and hiding it, you get this strange combination of enthusiastic replies wrapped in deliberate delays. The effort to seem unbothered is itself a sign she's bothered. A lot. Sign number 2. She watches you when she thinks you're not looking. You catch her looking. She looks away instantly. Maybe she pretends to check her phone. Maybe she suddenly finds something very interesting on the other side of the room. That split-second look away is everything. People who feel nothing don't stare. They don't track your movements across a room. They don't pay attention to what you're doing when you're not talking to them. But someone who's trying to hide interest while still being completely fascinated? They look. They just can't afford to get caught doing it. If this happens more than once, if you keep catching her mid-glance before she redirects, trust what you saw. That's not coincidence. That's someone who can't quite stop themselves. Sign number 3, she laughs more around you than she does with anyone else. Not fake laughs, not polite smiles, actual, genuine, slightly harder than necessary laughter. When someone is attracted to you, your jokes land better. Your observations seem funnier. Even your average comments get a bigger reaction than they probably deserve. This happens because attraction creates a kind of emotional amplification. Everything you do gets turned up slightly in her perception. Your humor seems sharper. Your stories seem more interesting. Your presence makes ordinary moments feel better than they are. So when you notice that she consistently laughs more freely around you than she does with other people in the same room, that's not you being funnier than everyone else. That's her feelings leaking through her composure. And she probably knows it, which is exactly why she's trying to dial it back, and usually failing. Sign number 4. She asks questions she already knows the answers to. What do you usually do on weekends? Are you close with your family? Have you always lived here? Basic questions. Normal questions. Except she might already know the answers, or she could easily find out another way. But that's not the point. The point is the conversation. The point is you. When a woman asks questions she doesn't strictly need to ask, she's creating reasons to engage. She wants more of your words, your thoughts, your attention, but she can't just say that. So she builds a bridge using questions. Pay attention to the nature of the questions, too. Are they getting more personal over time? Is she asking about your past, your values, what you want out of life? That's not small talk. That's someone trying to understand who you actually are, because who you are matters to her. Sign number 5. She fixes herself when she sees you coming. It's a quick thing, almost invisible, but it's there. She straightens up. She touches her hair. She adjusts something about her appearance in the moment she realizes you're approaching or entering the room. Nobody does this for people they don't care about impressing. It's an unconscious preparation, her brain signaling that your presence matters, that how she looks to you specifically is worth a quick check. What makes this sign so reliable is that it happens before she's even had time to think about it. It's reflex, and reflexes don't lie. The next time you're walking toward her or entering a space she's already in, watch for that split second of self-adjustment. It's small, but it's one of the most honest things she'll do. Sign number 6. She brings you up in conversations you weren't part of. You find out, through a mutual friend, a passing comment, something she accidentally mentions, that she talked about you when you weren't there. She referenced something you said. She brought up a story involving you. She mentioned your name in a context that didn't require it. This is the one she has the least control over because she doesn't even realize she's doing it most of the time. When someone occupies space in your mind, they naturally surface in your conversations. You talk about what you think about, and if she's thinking about you enough that you're showing up in conversations you weren't part of, that's not casual. That's someone who is working hard to hide something that keeps finding its way to the surface anyway. So there you have it. 6 things women do when they like you but try to hide it. She responds fast, then slows down on purpose. She watches you when she thinks you're not looking. She laughs more around you than anyone else. She asks questions she already knows the answers to. She fixes herself the moment she sees you coming, and she brings you up in conversations you weren't even part of. One of these alone, maybe nothing, but 2, 3, 4 of them consistently? That's not a coincidence. That's a woman who has feelings she hasn't figured out how to say yet. Your move. If this video gave you some clarity, hit the like button and subscribe. New videos every week on attraction, relationships, and understanding people better. Drop a comment below. Which of these have you caught someone doing? I'll see you in the next one.